Met him at a fraternity party. It was during World War II. He was a senior in college, and I was a senior in high school. He went to Latin school, and then he accelerated through that, and then went to UC. So he went 1 year to dental school, and then he heard from University of Louisville, and they said, we will take you now that you're 18. We were very good friends, and I said, let me know if you get through medical school. My mother sent it to me, the invitation for his graduation, and so I wrote a little note to him and signed it, Love, Fritzy. And he said it was the love that got him, you know. And my mother said, guess who called you? And out of the blue sky, I said, Bob Heidts. He said, how'd you know? I said, I don't know. She said, well, he's going to call you tomorrow. We called, and he came to the door the next day, and I took one look at him, and he changed so. And he looked at me, and that was the beginning of it all. He was pinned to a girl from Ohio State. He was pinned to a girl in Louisville, and he was pinned to one in Cincinnati. Well, he said, why don't I give you my pin? I said, no way, buddy. I said, it would sizzle if I had it. I said, you spread your pins around too much. I said, no way. So we got married then in '49, and he kept saying, I knew you were going to have to marry me. And I said, well, I sort of had the same feeling about you. So we had a wonderful life.
I used to fill in as a telephone operator back in the dark days when they had switchboards, and that when people went on lunch and took a break or something in the dean's office. And so he would call, and apparently he said something to Aunt Chrissy, who was the dean's secretary.
One of the receipts wasn't in here.
And he asked who had the sexy voice. So that's how we got acquainted. So we went out a couple of times, and then we didn't go out for a while, and then about 6 months or so later.
I called again.
Yeah, he called again and asked me out, so. And that was it.
I can tell you in 2 words, blind date.
He picked me up I was doing a radio show, and he picked me up. He was so cute. He was wearing a white terry cloth t-shirt with a plaid.
It's 100 years old.
It was. It was long. But he was so cute.
Well, anyhow. And it got pretty serious because all of us guys, when we took our dates home, would meet. We lived in Cleveland, Ohio, and we would meet in a place called Little Italy and go get pizza. And they knew it was pretty serious when I brought her. And they said, we're not bringing girls. I said, oh yeah, this one's coming. And so that's how it all evolved, and I was...
Can I say something else?
It
on our
just
second
makes
date,
it more
he
kosher,
said,
yes.
on our second date, he said he was going to marry me. And I said he was nuts.
Well, I was in a hurry. I was leaving for the service a month later. We're going to get married, and before I ship out. And that's what you did in those days. We worked hard at it.
That was such an important thing he just said. No, it doesn't just happen.
It didn't just happen, you know. 62 years, 2 strangers knew each other for 30 days and worked it out. You have to make a commitment.
There's ups and there's downs and there's ins and there's outs. And you decide, is this what I want? And if it is, what do I have to do to make it happen? And we did.
I went on a skiing trip with one of my college roommates, and it was over a New Year's week. I guess we were gone a week or so. Well, he belonged to the same club she did, but he had driven up and we had taken a bus, and so it took a while to meet. And I don't know, we just kind of clicked, and I tried to fix them up with my roommate. I thought they would work out really well. And that following October we were married. So it was skiing in the Laurentian Mountains. I'm tall, I was even taller then, and I like really big guys, and he was just a little taller than I, and I thought they're a perfect couple. So there was very superficial. In October it'll be 52 years, which is nothing compared to the people here. I think they got married at 2 because they're celebrating 60s and 65 years, and they're looking great.